made those marks last year.
Just look at it. I knew I was right. It's a yellow roth.
And are you sure it's the only one of its kind in the world?
Of course. It's got to be worth at least £100,000.
I know someone will pay a lot more than that.
Please don't get caught.
I'll phone you the moment I get home.
This is our crowning achievement, Meline. It'll flower again in 12 months' time. Perhaps now's the time to call it a day.
You've been saying that for as long as I've known you.
But this time I mean it.
We'd miss it, Jimmy. It's exciting.
Madam, taxi here.
Thank you.
No, I'm sorry, ladies. If you haven't got a zero, you haven't got a prize, okay? Maybe next time. Roll up, ladies and gentlemen, and try your luck. Only £1 a ticket, or 6 for a fiver. 6 tickets for a fiver. Wonderful value here. Wonderful prize. Captain, want to try your luck?
Put me down for a fiver.
Good man. So when I get your winning tickets to the top, remember, if you got a nought, got a winner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you are.
Thank you.
Thank you.
60. Well, I've won, Barnaby. I've won.
So you have, Captain. Let us see what you have won. There we are.
Oh, no. Not the bloody tea cosy. I won that thing last year. Look, this time, be a good chap. Pop it in with the compost, would you?
Roll up, roll up. Try your luck, try your luck. Wonderful, wonderful prizes, ladies and gentlemen. £1 a ticket.
Stand by your beds. Here they come.
Hello, good afternoon. Let me introduce my research assistant, Jonathan Makepeace. And together we'd like to congratulate the Midsomer Murders Orchid Society for yet another magnificent display. And I'd like to thank Monroe Hillyard for hosting this wonderful show in his perfectly elegant Malham manner. But before we hand out the prizes, Jonathan here has got some very exciting news for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to announce a single monkey orchid is growing again in a wood on the Downs. We need volunteers to mount a 24-hour vigil to protect it from poachers while it's in bloom. Your chairman, Mr. Hilliard, has offered to organise a rota.
I'll volunteer, Mr. Hilliard.
Good show, Mrs. Maitland. And if any more of you would care to give me your names before the end of the day, I'd be most grateful. Now, it's over to you, Professor Winstanley.
Well, goodness, the judging wasn't easy this year, but the winner of Best Plant in Show goes to Captain Tucker for his miniature cymbidium. Congratulations. Very well earned.
Thank you, Professor.
Second prize goes to Mr. Hilliard for his Phalaenopsis follex.
Well done, Monroe.
And third prize goes to Mr. Plumber's Dendrobium nobile.
It was a close-run thing, Mr. Plumber.
Yeah, well, we live to show another day, don't we?
We do indeed.
Oh.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think I can speak for all of us when I thank Professor Winstanley for giving so generously of her precious time. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. I'll see you next year.
Poxy third.
I mean, you were beaten again by Monroe Hillyard.
Pompous old twit. Just because he owns the place thinks it's his right to win. Yeah, well, he only came second and he was gutted.
But you know what I think about your bloody orchids? Just fancy, overpriced weeds. And if you buy any more, you're going to ruin us. Can't you grow something we can eat? How's it going?
Still a bottle of Rioja left. You want to try for it?
Congratulations on yet another botanical extravaganza, Mrs. Barnaby.
Oh, thank you, Miss Villiers.
Can I tempt you to the tombola? It's £1 a ticket or 6 for a fiver?
Yes, of course. £650. That's a prize, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Thank you. Idecker's Guide to Switzerland. Wonderfully serendipitous. Thank you, Mr. Barnaby.
You know, I've got something at home that you would literally kill for.
Is that a fact?
You'd remortgage your manor house here and its grounds just to get your hands on it?
The Hillyards don't have mortgages, Henry. Excuse me.
I've done my horticultural duty for today. I'm off to London for some excitement. You're going to ruin us, you know. How much did that one cost?
It's priceless.
Well, don't expect me back for breakfast.
Madeline! Morning, Socrates. Madeline! It's me, Harry.
Did you touch anything, Harry?
No, of course not. Only come here to change the heater. Look, aren't you going to cover her up or something?
Morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
This is Harry Rose. He's the local handyman.
Builder, decorator, plumber and electrician, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that too. He does some odd jobs for Miss Villers. He found her.
Would you mind waiting outside, please?
No, of course not.
So, we've got an old woman's list. Suitcase, passport, Swiss money, cancelled papers and milk, hide safe key.
Could it have been a coronary?
Well, Harry Rose called the local plod, and he called me because he couldn't work out what these stones were. But he thinks she might have topped herself.
She won this book on my umbrella stand.
So we got something old, something very new, a borrowed library book, and something blue. Think she was going to Switzerland to be married?
Married?
Yeah. And then if it all fell through,
Well, she was jilted.
it's a reason for her to kill herself. Oh, come and have a look at this, sir. Hyde safe key. Think we should open it, sir?
Yes, we should. Did you find the key?
No, sir. Rose doesn't know where she kept it. Anyway, one of these old things. You don't need one, do you?
Really? Why'd you learn to do that?
School of Hard Knocks.
Oh, joy. A diary. Ante diem sextum nonas maxima vulva. My Latin's a bit rusty, Scott, but I think this is saying something rather rude.
Ancient history?
No. It's this year's diary. This year's, this month's, this week.
She is a girl, isn't she?
She was. Do you want to see?
I thank you, sir. Latin wasn't on the syllabus at my local comprehensive.
It's safe-breaking, no doubt was. Oh, an account book, by the looks of things. And one not intended for inspection by the taxman. Not with all the sums written out in Roman numerals. Need to get this stuff translated. George, seen the body?
Yes, I presume this is part of the crime scene as well.
No, not exactly. Sergeant Scott has got a unique but highly effective way of opening a locked safe. How long's she been dead?
Certainly since last night. So what makes you think it's anything but natural causes?
Well, we've got these stones here.
Take a statement from Rose, will you? See if we can trace her next of kin. George, how's your Latin?
Purely medical, I'm afraid. You want a translator? Brother Robert up at Midsomer Abbey, he's your best man. The bonus is, his bees produce the best honey I've ever tasted.
Harry Rose reckons she's got no next of kin because she told him once she was adopted. She was a classics teacher at Midsummer Ladies' College, retired now, of course.
What about Rose?
Oh, he works for just about everybody in the village.
Services everybody in the village?
Yeah, that too, sir.
Brother Robert? Brother Robert. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
I'm Detective Chief Inspector Barnaby. This is Detective Sergeant Scott. We've come about the translation.
Oh, yes. Translation. They won't sting you, young man, if you keep still. Bless you. Cymbidium, Odontioda, Phalaenopsis, Phaeopedilum. These are all orchids. And the Odontioda orchid was sold for £500 to a CM on the 6th of September last year.
£500 for a flower? Must be barking.
You need an expert for this.
Any suggestions?
Do you know Professor Winstanley?
My wife does. She came to judge the flower show the other day. Now, Brother Robert, I'm afraid this diary contains, well, lurid details of rather robust sexual activity.
Really? Dies Saturni, ut canes in via delicias fecimus, vinum bibimus, et interim fecit. I see what you mean. Saturday we satisfied ourselves like street dogs. We drank wine and did it again and again. Last night, I shudder to recall, he was impotent. Tomorrow, therefore, I shall rouse him not only with my endearments, but with a potion.
Perhaps it's a little unfair, given your calling, Brother Robert, to ask you to translate this stuff.
Not at all. Time for Vespers. I'll let you know what progress I'm making. Goodbye.
Thank you.
I'm terribly sorry, Inspector. Had a crisis with our Strelitzias.
Oh, these are beautiful, aren't they?
This collection was started by Sir Wilfrid Hillyard, great traveller and plant collector. The grandfather of the current president of the Midsummer Orchid Society. I'm sure your wife must know him.
Well, I'm sure she does.
Jonathan, come and meet... But you've met already, haven't you? At the Malham Flower Show.
Yes.
Good morning.
Now, I take it you both knew Miss Meline Villers.
Knew?
Yes, knew. Oh, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad tidings. Miss Villers was found dead yesterday morning.
Dead? That's terrible.
But she was at the flower show.
Yes, she was. She gave you 3 of my tombola tickets. And it seemed to me, you knew her quite well.
Well, yes, we both did.
Madeline admired Jonathan's devotion to our orchids.
Just that?
Well, and I also advised her on her magnificent garden.
I can't believe she's dead.
Me neither. It's awful.
Sorry. Hay fever.
Oh, let's go into the office.
This is very kind of you, thank you.
I'm intrigued. Goodness me. It appears that Madeline has been selling some of the world's rarest orchids for considerable amounts of money. Look at this one, for example, the Phragmipedium cavaci. That's from Peru. It's an incredibly rare plant. Sold on the 10th of July to JK for Lib VXC1X. That's £5,999.
A Neophonetia falcata variegated to CP for £50,000.
No.
50 grand for a flower?
Rich old Japanese men collect them. The little white flowers with amazing leaves are beautiful.
Yeah, but 50 grand?
Here it is.
Good God, Jonathan, look at this. Paphiopedilum rothschildianum flavum.
Flavum doesn't exist anymore.
Well, yes, it does, according to this.
Paphiopedilum, what's that?
It's a slipper orchid, from paphos meaning slipper. It refers to the shape of the bottom petal.
A yellow wrath? I don't believe it.
Sold to HP for £150,000.
Who's HP?
That price is probably Harry Potter.
Or Henry Plumber.
Henry? Henry? Henry?
How long's he been dead, George?
More than 36 hours.
Looks like he'd been out to dinner.
Perhaps the bill didn't agree with him, sir.
Mrs. Plumber? I know this isn't easy, but please bear with us. Can you tell me, when did you last see your husband alive?
Around 7:30 on Saturday night. He was going into town to see this play. Well, some floozy actress, actually.
And where did you go, Mrs. Plummer?
Me? I went up to London. I got back yesterday after midnight. Got up late, and when I saw that his bed hadn't been slept in, I went looking for him.
Have you any idea why?
Yes. I'll show you. When I left, this place was full of the most beautiful flowers. Only a madman would do a thing like this.
Looks like it's been sprayed with something, sir. Weed killer?
Do you think this is why your husband committed suicide?
I don't know. But orchids were his passion. He certainly loved them more than he loved me.
Can you think of anyone who would want to destroy your husband's orchid collection?
I was never part of that world.
I couldn't help noticing at the flower show, you know. It's very competitive, isn't it?
Orchid growers are jealous to the point of lunacy. But no orchid lover would destroy the very plants they idolize. And Henry's orchids didn't come cheap.
They certainly did not. I have reason to believe that your husband recently paid out £150,000 for a very rare orchid. Did you know anything about that?
£150,000? Where'd you get that kind of money from?
I don't know. I understood he was retired. Still, there must be considerable equity in this house. Maybe, you know, he...
This was my parents' house. The last thing I wanted to do was come back and live here. Henry may have been ready for retirement, but I'm not.
Could he have raised a loan against him?
He may have been reckless, but not that reckless.
Mrs. Plummer, you sure you don't know anything about this very rare orchid?
No, I don't. But if it ever existed, it's probably perished along with the rest of them. Will you excuse me?
What's wrong, Harry? I didn't think it was right to tell you on the phone. I can't make this any easier, Mr. Fong. She's dead.
Dead? How can she be dead? I spoke to her only last week.
I found her sitting in this chair that morning, dressed in her Greek costume. She looked very peaceful.
Where is she now?
Oh, the police took her. She had her bag packed, ready to leave with you. They took that too.
난 먹은 사람 벗어. 버궁어가 챙겨.
Who did this? Well, the police. They took the books with them as well.
Where's the orchid?
Well, she sold it. How you told her to.
She was a remarkable woman, Harry. And I know you took good care of her. Thank you.
She was poisoned by hemlock.
Hemlock?
Carnium maculatum. Great favorite of the Greeks. In fact, an infusion of hemlock was used to kill Socrates in 399 BC.
Bit before my time, Mr. Bullard.
So she booked a flight to Switzerland. Suitcase was packed. She was about to be married.
She was looking forward to the honeymoon as well.
Pardon?
Well, I was thinking of the knickers, sir.
Of course you were. But I agree, it's a scenario that can't include suicide, can it? But £1 million worth of smuggled orchids. Now, that could be a very good reason why someone would kill her. I tell you what I'd really like to know, George, is if our Mr. Plumber here really did hang himself. I think it's time we paid a visit to the chairman of the Midsomer Orchid Society. We may have an orchid war on our hands. Thank you, George.
What knickers?
Yes? I'm Detective Chief Inspector Barnaby. This is Detective Sergeant Scott.
What have you come to inspect?
Is Mr. Hillyard at home, please?
I'm afraid not.
Where would he be then, Jeeves?
He's on the Downs, on orchid patrol.
Are you sure this is the right place, sir? Yes, I am. This is Pycroft Down. That is Pycroft Woods. And they're in there somewhere. Watch your feet.
You there! Keep still!
What the?
Don't move, I said!
Just, calm down, sir.
Oh, don't step back! Keep still! Oh, imbecile! Idiot! Why didn't you stand still? First time it's flowered in 5 years. And you've trampled it to death, you idiot.
Sorry about that.
Now I know where the expression flat-footed copper comes from.
And you, sir, Mr. Hillyard, isn't it? You could find yourself in jail for threatening a police officer with a lethal weapon. Put it down.
It's about as lethal as I am.
And that could be more lethal than you think. As I seem to have found a quorum of the Midsomer Orchid Society out here on manoeuvres, I'll take this opportunity to tell you that another of your members, Henry Plumber, is dead.
Henry's dead?
Good God. And somebody destroyed not one, for which I do apologize. Somebody destroyed his entire orchid collection. Anybody any idea who could have done that and why?
Plumber was a parvenu, desperate for a reputation among real orchid growers. But he bought his plants rather than grow them himself. I'm sorry the poor man's dead, but, well, he wasn't exactly the most popular of our members, was he?
No genuine collector would destroy a single orchid, let alone an entire collection.
Unlike Mr. Flatfoot here.
And where were you on Saturday night, Mr. Hillyard?
Having dinner with the Lord Lieutenant of the county, in the company of my wife, if you really want to know.
Thank you for that. Thank you very much.
Someone here, sir. Miss Villers took 3 trips to Borneo in the last 12 months, and 1 to Peru.
Borneo and Peru?
It's not bad for a retired school teacher.
No, it is not. On my pension, I'd be lucky to get as far as Bournemouth. Oh, still, we are not without influence travel agents, are we?
Hello, Dan. What can I do for you? One-way ticket to Rio.
Why would I go to Rio when it's all kicking off in Midsummer? We found this on Miss Villers' passport. We think she had an account here.
Yes, well, she may have, but all our records are confidential under the Data Protection Act.
I'll see you later.
Where are you going?
I'm going to get a search warrant.
I'm sure we can find a way around it. Come sit down. Just don't tell anyone about it, that's all.
Cross my heart and hope to die. Nice uniform.
Right, Meline Villers. She was a frequent flyer. Last year, she went to the Far East 3 times, and South America, and Borneo earlier this year.
Oh, now, that's very interesting.
What is?
Well, this account's also used by Mr. Jimmy Fong. Got an address for him?
No, but he was due to fly into the UK from Bangkok last Saturday.
Saturday? That's the day of the Midsummer Flower Show and the day Meline Villers was killed. Thank you, Cully. I'll tell you what, if you print this out for me, I will buy you lunch.
Sounds nice.
Come in, please. Now, you are her sole executor, Mr. Fong. Please, sit. Miss Villers has left you her entire estate, but on condition that she is cremated and her ashes scattered as orchid fertilizer. I always found that quite odd. Yeah, on the slopes of Mount...
Kinabalu.
Where is that exactly?
Borneo.
Ah.
What happened to the books they took out of her safe?
Oh, we'll make sure the police pay for the damage and restore them to their rightful owner, you.
Now, it looks as if all the money Miss Villers made from selling the orchid was paid into this Swiss bank account.
Yeah? Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Well, we know she sold the pepper... That's the one. For 150 grand, and yet only 25 of it was paid into her account.
Which means that £125,000 could still be unpaid, doesn't it? And if the buyer were indeed Henry Plumber,
And if the orchid were destroyed by someone before he's even fully paid for, maybe Henry Plumber was going to sell on the orchid at a profit.
And you reckon someone clobbered him first and then strung him up to make it look like suicide?
We may be looking for a third party here, Scott. Someone who killed Henry Plumber for his orchid.
And then burned the rest of the collection to cover his tracks.
Who else knew that Henry Plumber had that orchid?
Well, if I was a gambling man, sir, I'd put a couple of quid on that toff Hillyard.
No. If he said that he and his wife had dinner with the Lord Lieutenant on the night of the murder, then he probably did. I'd like another look round Miss Villers' cottage.
I suppose we could always,
Get a warrant, you were about to say, Scott.
Yeah, exactly, sir.
Oh, it's you lot.
What are you doing here?
Me? Well, I'm just finishing a job she's already paid me for. New outside tap.
Mr. Rose, how very honourable of you.
You got a key?
No, the solicitors locked it all up.
What a lovely garden.
Yeah. Young fella comes in to do it. He's a university student into plants.
Come and have a look at this, sir. Is this anything to do with you, Harry?
No, it's not my department. But I do know that stuff's deadly. It's got sulfuric acid in it. Don't touch it. Told you. You're supposed to dilute it, 1 part to 100.
Wasn't you who poured this stuff on Henry Plummer's orchids, was it?
Me? I wouldn't touch that stuff with a stick.
Get a sample of that, Scott, for Georgie Bullard to analyse. Mr. Rose, what do you know about hemlock?
Now that I do know about. That's hemlock.
How'd you know?
Well, she told me. It's poisonous. Something to do with some old Greek she was keen on. Name of Socrates. Got a bust of him indoors.
How do you turn this into a poison?
No idea. Smells like mouse pee if you crush it. Miss Villers kept a bottle of it just in case she got one of them debilitating diseases. Look, I've got to get on. I've got a wiring job in Coulston in an hour.
Where do you learn all these decorating and building skills, Harry? In prison?
I'm a lifer. Out on licence. But I think you know that already.
I thought you had the look of an old lag about you. What'd you go down for?
Manslaughter. For which you've served, what, 8 years, I believe?
I did a minicab driver when I was drunk. Well, I'm clean as a whistle now, and I had nothing to do with her death.
Not suggesting you did.
I built up a nice little business. I kept my nose clean. I don't want to go back inside.
Where'd you live?
Coulston Bail Hostel. And if you want to go on living there, Harry, I'd like to hear everything you're not telling us about the late Miss Villers.
Well, she wasn't the righteous spinster everyone thought she was.
So I believe. And, apart from your good self, who visited her in the last few days?
Well, I'm not here all the time, you know. But I did notice a pizza box and a couple of lager cans in the incinerator.
Present from old Socrates, Mr. Rose?
I'm pretty sure it's a hybrid. Yes, here we are. That's the one.
Oh, yes. That's a nice flower.
My phalaenopsis. They ooze glamour, don't you think? They add a sort of, I don't know, sexiness to a room. Yes, I'm right. It's the hybrid, also known as the Bardo rose.
Ah, rose.
Well, it's not actually a rose.
No. Meline Villers employed a handyman called Rose. Do you know that man, Professor?
Harry Rose? Indeed I do. Harry's an absolute godsend to a good number of people in the neighbourhood.
Come up with some interesting info, sir.
Yeah?
Yeah. Miss Villiers' account in Switzerland was shared with a bloke called Jimmy Fong, who's been making withdrawals.
Jimmy Fong? Who he?
I don't know, but he also shares a travel agent's account with Miss Villiers, and he flew in 3 days ago from Bangkok.
Bangkok? A smuggling partner, perhaps?
Chinese, maybe. Trips to the Far East. Could well be.
All this money at stake. Maybe there was a falling out among thieves, eh? Where's he now?
I don't know, but he'll soon be very short of dosh, because I've just frozen their joint Swiss bank account.
How did you manage that?
Well, once upon a time, sir, there was a Swiss copper from the fiscal police. Nice fella, family man. Anyway, he got into a bit of bother with a prostitute, and then I got him out of it.
You never cease to amaze me, Scott. You amaze me some more by tracking down this Jimmy Fong. Hey, how's Brother Robert getting on with his diary translation?
Let me put it this way, sir. Up at the Abbey, they still tell the same with the sundial. Perhaps we should have asked Professor Winstanley.
Yes, we should. I think we'll find she knows much more than she is telling us.
So no doubt you'll be going to see her again for another word.
Yes, indeed I will.
You sure you'll be safe, sir?
So, what is it about these plants that turns collectors into criminals?
Addiction, obsession, mania, call it what you will. Personally, I'm attracted both to the peculiar and to the erotic. Take this Paphiopedilum sanderianum here. Just look at its luscious folds, that perfectly round, glistening pouch. Did you know that orchid is a Greek word meaning testicle?
Is that a fact?
You see what I mean?
What does Mr. Winstanley think about your passion for orchids?
He walked out on me years ago.
Does the name Jimmy Fong mean anything to you?
Fong, of course, is a notorious orchid smuggler. The Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species has been after him for years.
Did you know he was involved with Miss Villiers?
I'm intrigued. But I had absolutely no idea.
With all due respect, Margaret, I think you are holding something back.
I never hold anything back.
Venous engorgement. Enlargement of the vein above the point of injury. And cyanosis. See the blue discoloration of the fingertips?
So he was strangled first and then hung up to make it look like suicide, yeah?
And what about the weed killer?
Yeah, it was in pretty common use 20 years ago, I'm afraid. Banned now, of course. And I'm still waiting test results. Oh, that old bottle did contain hemlock.
Oh, excuse me, gentlemen. Hold on, Charlie.
Well, thank you, George. Thank you for that.
Yeah, go on, Charlie. What, nothing at all? All right, thank you. There is no one by the name of Fong at any of the B&Bs or hotels within 50 miles of here, sir. Perhaps he's gone back to Bangkok already.
Yeah, maybe he has. If he had come all that way to kill Miss Villiers. But what if he'd come over to marry her? And how do you think he'd react if he arrived early and caught her in flagrante with Henry Plumber, perhaps?
Well, it certainly cure his jet lag, sir.
Perhaps the floozy actress was actually Miss Villiers, and our Henry Plumber was repaying some of his debt in kind, eh?
Yeah. And if he was 125 grand shy in the kitty, I think the Chinaman might want his orchid back as well.
I'd like to hear the Merry Widow sing some more.
Looks like the handyman's got his hammer out already, sir.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Plummer.
Please come in. Have you come to tell me that you're going to release Henry's body so that I can arrange the funeral?
No. It's not going to be as easy as that. It appears that your husband's death was not a suicide after all.
Wasn't suicide? What are you talking about?
Leave the rest to me. Give me the moonlight. Give me the girl. And leave the rest to me. Give me a shading.
Mr. Rose.
Inspector.
Supporting Mrs. Plummer in her darkest hours, I see.
Harry's helping me with Henry's belongings. The good stuff goes to Oxfam, the rest in the incinerator.
Strangled. Oh my God. Who on earth would strangle Henry?
Well, that's what we're trying to find out, Mrs. Plummer. On the night of your husband's death, you drove to London, didn't you?
I did. I left around about 7:45. I went to a club and then I stayed with some friends in Chiswick.
And those friends, they'd vouch for that, would they?
You're not suggesting it was me, are you?
Well, you yourself suggested that you lived separate lives.
So what? Sleeping in separate beds was a luxury.
How was your husband's relationship with Miss Villiers?
What relationship?
Did he ever visit her?
Are you suggesting? Why would he visit a dried-up old spinster like her?
What about Harry Rose? Will he be moving in when all this is over, Mrs. Plummer?
What sort of person do you think I am? My husband's being murdered, damn it! Harry may be very good at practical things, but that's as far as it goes. Hello? Oh, just a moment, Spencer. As it happens, this is my solicitor, who's sorting out the probate. Now, if you want to talk to me further, I'd like him to be present. Now, you can either wait until he gets here, or you can see yourselves out.
Mr. Rose.
Look, I'm in a rush. I've got to get this to the Oxfam shop in Causton before it closes.
Not only musical, but virtuous, too. Look, I'll tell you what, Mr. Rose. Why don't you call into Causton Police Station when you've done all this for a little chat?
Just to tie up a few loose ends, Harry, that's all.
Around about 4 o'clock, all right?
Whatever you say.
What have we here? Excuse me, sir. The Causton CID.
Are you Mr. Fong, Mr. Jimmy Fong?
Me? No, I'm Wong Tu Ho from Happy House Chinese Restaurant in Cowston. Do you want to order something?
What's in the box?
Crispy duck with pancake and barbecue sauce. Very tasty. You're welcome anytime.
That's a big car for an errand boy.
Isn't it just? Check out this Happy House restaurant.
So if you are the real Wen Tu Ho, sir, can you tell me who the man with the black BMW is, please?
I don't know. He don't give me no name. Maybe Jimmy Fong, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe. Why is this fella, whose name you don't know, Wen, why is he delivering Chinese food to you?
He was eating Pearl River special lunch here when takeaway motorbike got flat tire. A big mess. So this man say he has got car. He go himself.
Just like that?
Just like that. We Chinese always help each other.
That's very noble. Can you tell me where he is now, please?
I don't know. He bring takeaway money back, then go. Maybe he come back, maybe not.
Now, Mr. Rose, the weed killer found in Miss Villiers' shed matches that used to kill Mr. Plummer's orchids.
Well, it's got nothing to do with me.
Maybe Deborah asked you to do it as a favour.
Oh, no, she didn't.
So your favours are just sexual, are they?
Well, yeah. No, we do it from time to time. She gets off on being laid by an ex-con, would you believe?
Did Deborah ask you to kill her husband?
No, it's got nothing to do with me, I swear.
What about Miss Villiers? Did you have a relationship with her too?
Look, after 8 years of being inside, I had a lot of catching up to do. Her lover lives abroad and she needed the practice. Like she said, use it or lose it.
What about Miss Villiers' orchid smuggling? What do you know about that?
Well, I found her the watering cabinet so she could put her plants in it when she came back from abroad, that's all.
What about the orchid she sold to Mr. Plumber for £150,000?
150 grand for a plant? You're having me on.
Scott, Mr. Rose seems to be suffering from some kind of amnesia.
Yeah. Tell you what, there are some very good psychiatrists working in prison these days. I'll just let the licence board know about him being involved in a murder investigation.
Well, I don't want to go back inside. All right. I admit, I knew about the yellow wrath. Madeline, Miss Villiers was livid because Henry Plumber only coughed up 25 grand. She said if I went round to Plumber's house and got it back, she'd give me 50 quid.
And did you?
Oh, we're wasting our time here, sir, so we put him back inside.
All right, keep your shirt on. I did go round to Plumber's house. About 10 o'clock. And there was no one there. But I was already too late. Everything was ruined.
Including the yellow wrath?
Well, from what I saw, that was shriveled up as well. 150 grand's worth of plant, zapped, just like that.
Then what did you do?
Well, I legged it, didn't I? I phoned Miss Villiers, but when she didn't answer, I went home to the hostel. Next morning, I found her dead. Never did get the 50 quid.
Okay, Harry. I don't think for a minute that you've told me the whole truth. But I don't think any useful purpose will be served by locking you up. You're free to go.
Thank you very much, sir.
That took some force, that.
Certainly did.
Who found him?
The butler, Feather. Constable Charles has already taken the statement. But Tom, take a look at this.
Something missing. Something taken.
We thought he'd fallen asleep in there. He does sometimes, it's so warm and cosy. And he's got his father's old deck chair. But when he didn't come in for tea, Feather went to see where he was, didn't you, Feather?
Yes, ma'am. I found him... Mrs. Hilliard, had your husband recently acquired a new orchid?
I don't suppose it matters now that he... Yes. He was terribly excited about it. This one was so frightfully rare, even unique, he said.
And was that orchid the Paphiopedilum Rothschildianum flavum, the yellow wrath?
Yes. How did you know?
And for which he must have paid a great deal of money.
Monroe can afford to indulge Mr. Barnaby. Like his father and his grandfather before him, he was addicted to orchids as others are addicted to drugs. They were his passion. But for this deadly orchid, this Orchis Fatalis, price proved too high, even for Monroe.
Mrs. Hilliard, have you any idea where the orchid came from?
I never asked.
Would your husband have bought the orchid if he'd known it was illegally imported into this country?
He was a conservationist.
Could your husband have bought the orchid from Henry Plumber?
It's very unlikely. Monroe and Plumber despised each other. He considered him an Arivist. He'll never come plodding back from the conservatory, will he?
I think, gentlemen, in the circumstance. Yes, I'm sorry. Thank you, Mrs. Hilliard.
She describes in great detail the sexual acts between her and her many partners. Fetus SEI tigris, quantum differt ab juvene. Wild Asian tiger is growing tame. How different from the young man.
Jimmy Fong.
And this is her last entry. It's most curious. Et cres dies nuptiarum mea. And tomorrow is my wedding day, but I shall not marry the peacemaker.
And I think we'll find the peacemaker is Jonathan Makepeace. Afternoon, Mr. Makepeace. I wonder if you've got a minute. Could you help us, please?
Of course.
The late Miss Villers, she kept a diary.
Really?
Yes. And in it, you feature rather prominently.
Oh, it's not surprising. I spent hours with her, discussing her garden and Yeah, but it wasn't just a flower patch you were planting seeds in, was it, Jonathan?
I don't know what you're talking about.
She claims that you were also her lover.
Lover? Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, that's just some senile old woman fantasizing. Well, I did go round there a couple of times, yes, but I had nothing at all to do with her death.
Were you intending to marry her?
Marry her?
As in make her your wife, till death do you part?
Well, yes, but of course I couldn't go through with it. The night she died, I told her I'd changed my mind. She was livid, but when I left, she was still very much alive.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get my head around this. Why would a handsome young student like yourself, Jonathan, want to marry someone who's old enough to be their grandmother?
It is a little involved.
And let me guess, Mr. Makepeace. Am I right in saying that this was an attempt to find out about her international orchid smuggling operation, and that you were prepared to go to almost any lengths to discover who was involved?
Well, you know, Pillow Talk might have provided a valuable lead, and we wanted to get to the bottom of it. But we didn't mention one word about it to anyone. We didn't dare.
We didn't dare. We, you said we. Who's the we? Whose idea was it to seduce Miss Villiers in the first place?
Professor Winstanley's, of course.
Yes, I did put him up to it. Madeline's sexual appetite was well known in the village.
You mean Harry Rose told you about it? And did Harry Rose also tell you that she smuggled rare orchids?
Oh, good Lord, no. Harry's the soul of discretion. We had a pretty good idea. Hence the Casanova role for Jonathan, which she was perfectly happy with.
Jonathan Makepeace said she wasn't very happy when he went round to call off the wedding on the evening of her death. Do you think Jonathan Makepeace had anything to do with her death?
No, of course not. He's a botanist, not a murderer.
I don't recall suggesting it was a murder.
Well, isn't that what you're implying?
I'd be very interested to know how you think Henry Plumber died.
He committed suicide, didn't he?
No, Professor. They were both murdered.
Oh, my God.
And the catalyst for both the deaths, it appears, was a smuggled orchid, which now I'm pretty certain was eventually bought by Monroe Hillyard. And as a result, he too was murdered.
Monroe Hillyard? I should have brought my suspicions about Madeline's smuggling activities to you, shouldn't I? The prospect of cracking an international smuggling ring, of watching the culprits being brought to justice, of being hailed as the saviour of orchid habitats in remote corners of the world, clouded my judgment. Is that so terrible, Mr. Barnaby?
The consequences were so terrible. Look, a bit of common sense would have told you what could happen. There was never a chair in common sense at a university, was there?
I was going through Monroe's papers and found this.
It appears that Madame's late husband arranged to pay £175,000 from one of his offshore accounts to Mrs. Plumber.
Was the payment made?
No, sir. There being no sign of the orchid, Madame had the account frozen.
Mrs. Hilliard. Oh, I'm sorry. I know this is a very, very trying time for you, but do you recall your husband ever mentioning the name Fong? Mr. Jimmy Fong?
No, I've never heard the name before.
No? Well, this has been very useful. Thank you for it. And as it happens, our Mr. Fong is waiting for us at Causton Police Station.
As sole beneficiary of the late Miss Villers' will, my client would like returned to him certain items removed illegally from her safe.
Legally removed, Mr. Jocelyn, in order to further our inquiries into her death. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask your client a direct question. Mr. Fong, last time we met you, you were delivering a Chinese meal and calling yourself Weng Tu Ho.
Just trying to do a fellow Chinaman a favor. I always eat at the Happy House when I come to England.
And the business which brought you here was your very lucrative orchid smuggling, I presume.
My client will certainly not answer that question. He's here of his own volition to reclaim his unlawfully seized property, not to be questioned about alleged criminal activities for which you have absolutely no evidence.
It's okay, Mr. Jocelyn. I've devoted all my life to saving threatened orchids from extinction.
That's a new slant on it.
My client will have no further comment to make on such a line of questioning.
Then perhaps your client will be kind enough to tell us what he is doing here in Midsomer.
I came here to marry Meline Villers and to take her away on honeymoon to Switzerland.
When you found out she was having it off with somebody else, you killed her, didn't you?
Kill her? For that?
Yeah, because she was sleeping with half the village, wasn't she?
Or insults to the dead. All you've got left in your arsenal. I'm no saint, believe you me. But I loved her, and she loved me. I would never kill her.
Mr. Fong, did you kill Henry Plumber and Monroe Hillyard in order to recover the orchid for which your intended had already died? Mrs. Plumber, may I put this to you? That you stole that orchid, the Yellow Wrath, from your husband's collection because Monroe Hillyard had secretly agreed to buy it from you.
It was my orchid, damn it. Henry had paid for it with my money. But yes, you're right. Hillyard had agreed to buy it.
So you go around to collect the cash, but either he refused to pay it to you or he hadn't got it.
So you attacked him with a fork and took the orchid back?
Attacked him with a fork? I've never heard such a load of rubbish in all my life.
But you did sell him the orchid.
Well, that I will admit to. You see, I didn't go to London immediately after the flower show. The thought of 150 grand's worth of plant just sitting there was too much for me. He'd already gone into town, so I took the orchid. Then I thought, what the hell? Why don't I put a stop to this orchid lunacy once and for all? There's no law against it. I checked.
But there is against selling smuggled orchids.
You have to prove it was smuggled first.
How was your crispy duck, by the way? Delivered by the famous orchid smuggler himself, Mr. Jimmy Fong, eh?
Not enough barbecue sauce. There never is.
But he wasn't just bringing you a Chinese takeaway, was he? He was bringing you some bad news.
So, where's the rest of the money your husband owed to Miss Villiers?
I don't have it.
Then you better find it pretty quick. Because when I come back, I want either cash or orchid. You understand?
Who delivered the orchid to Mr. Hillyard?
I did. I mean, we did. Run me over to the manor house. I don't want anyone to recognize my car up there. I thought he was going to have a heart attack. I don't want to sound vulgar, Monroe, but what about the money?
And the money didn't come through.
So I got Rose to run me up there again yesterday. But he wasn't there. No sign of him. Monroe! I'll give him a ring again. I'm still waiting for my money.
Oh, you'll be waiting a very long time, Mrs. Plumber. Monroe Hillyard was murdered round about the same time as Rose drove you up there yesterday afternoon.
Murdered?
The orchid's been stolen, Mrs. Plumber. And Mrs. Hilliard's frozen her husband's bank accounts.
Oh, my God, I'm ruined. Where's my orchid? Where's my money? Oh, my God, I'm broke.
I think you know where that orchid is, Mrs. Plummer. I think you probably killed Mr. Hillyard to get it back.
No, you've got it all wrong. He was already dead when I found him.
Oh, let it go. No end to your time, is there? So, you were the obliging chauffeur, were you?
Well, I didn't have a choice, did I? But that's all I did. Dropped her off a couple of times and waited.
Yeah, I bet.
It's the truth.
Or did you go back to the manor house, skewer Mr. Hilliard, and then nick the plant for yourself?
We are desperately trying to think of a reason not to arrest you for the murder of Monroe Hillyard.
Help us out, Harry.
Well, there was one thing. Now I come to think of it. While I was waiting there, I noticed something weird.
Right, Harry. Let's go. Now.
I saw this old butcher's bike propped up against the wall. And I remember thinking to myself at the time, well, the butchers I know around here drive vans. What kind of meat would anybody be delivering on that thing?
A butcher's bicycle. You sure about that? It is very pretty there.
Mr. Barnaby.
Still find it hard to believe it's worth more than £250,000. That is, I take it, Affio pedilum Rothschildianum flavum, the yellow Roth.
Oh, if only. Now, you got the genus right, but this is the Sanderianum. It's exquisite, isn't it?
We just take your word for that, do we?
But the point is no longer about plant appreciation. We are here to ask you about the murder of Monroe Hillyard.
What can I possibly tell you about that?
Well, you can tell me where you were yesterday afternoon, please.
I was right here. Why do you ask?
Because your bicycle was seen outside Hillyard's house yesterday afternoon.
Well, no, I lent it to Jonathan.
Makepeace. Is he here now?
You'll find him in the palm house.
And what a perfect place to hide the orchid that has already cost 3 lives, eh, Jonathan?
What do you want?
What do I want? I want to talk to you about 3 murders.
Stay away from me, or I'll use it, I promise you.
Don't clock up any more penalty points, Jonathan. It's bad enough as it is.
Jonathan, what do you think you're doing? For God's sake, put that down.
I would do as the professor asks, Jonathan. That is the stolen orchid, isn't it? The yellow roth?
Well, yes, it is.
Monroe Hillyard was willing to pay £175,000 for that, Jonathan. I bet you've got someone else in mind, haven't you, who's willing to pay a good deal more? $250,000, maybe?
You can't sell it, Jonathan. It's the only one in the world.
We have a witness who will testify that Professor Winstanley's bike, which he lent to you, was seen outside Hilliard's house at the relevant time, and your prints were on the fork. The moment you laid eyes upon it, you recognized it, didn't you?
The yellow roth. You and I could breed from it, Mr. Hilliard. We could make millions.
You think I do this for the money, you greedy little tyke. I'm not breeding anything from this beauty. All my life I've waited for a moment like this. Not even my father, nor my grandfather before him, ever saw such a perfect bloom.
Then let's say you give me £200,000, or I inform the police.
Blackmail? How dare you? Get out of here, you bloody upstart. You're not fit to be in the same room as this beautiful plant.
We'll see about that. I threatened to report him to the police and he attacked me. It was self-defense. That's what I'll say in court, and no one can prove otherwise.
Meline Villers had no intention of marrying you, had she? It was she who jilted you.
Don't talk rubbish, it was the other way around.
It was the last entry in her diary. Then what? In a fit of rage at seeing your smuggling ambitions go up in smoke, you killed her.
Are you mad? Are you suffering from dementia or something?
No, Jonathan, I'm not. You don't know my future husband, although you've lain in my bed tried to coax his name out of me. But he and I are made for each other. We're meant to spend our last years together. It's our destiny.
So you just used me, didn't you? You debauched old bat. I was only your toy boy after all, wasn't I?
Don't play the innocent with me, Jonathan. I'd hate to think that was all there was to our little affair.
Tell me, or you'll drink every last drop.
Don't be stupid, Jonathan.
Tell me.
Jonathan, please,
Tell me.
Oh, please, Jonathan, I beg you.
Tell me.
Henry Plumber.
He must have held on to her until the hemlock started to work, and then went round to steal the orchid from Henry Plumber. But something unexpected happened, didn't it, Jonathan?
You did this. Hillyard sent you, didn't he? You destroyed everything. Tell me!
And all for a single orchid.
Not just any old orchid. The rarest orchid in the whole world.
Margaret? I'm sorry.
You're such a promising student. Such a terrible waste.
Sergeant Scott here. He'll need to take a statement from me. Is that okay?
Whenever.
Oh, sorry.
You're not sleeping here.
Of course. Looking after this is like looking after a baby. And I don't have to change its nappies. Join me on my night watch if you like.
Brother Robert, your eulogy for Miss Villers was lovely, very fitting.
Very good of you to say so. I had the advantage of knowing the lady rather more intimately than most of the congregation.
Thank you for it.
Goodbye.
Mr. Barnaby, I wanted to thank you for giving me a second chance.
Oh, Harry. Best of luck with it. Stay out of trouble.
I will.
Gamekeeper turning poacher by the looks of things, sir.
And heading for a long and restful retirement, I trust.
We're going to Mount Kinabalu to carry out Madeline's last wish.
And what was that?
She wanted her ashes scattered as fertilizers on the jungle slope. With luck, she'll help grow unique orchid, which we'll name after her.
Enjoy your trip.
You know, I think I'll let someone else organise the flower show next year.
Oh, yes.
So, what about that lunch you promised me?
Now, I'm going to surprise you all here. Lunch is on me. Chinese, anyone?